Hey guys, I'm back with another video at last. It's been a while, but recently I got this in the mail, and I'm gonna block out my address since I don't want anyone walking in on my front door. And at first, I didn't really know what this was, but all I needed to do was look at the side. If you guys didn't already realize, I'm sort of doing this post-commentary since the audio for the video itself sort of got glitched out, so I'll just be narrating the video as it goes on. So here's the inside. We got the manga itself, Monsters We Make. Please bear with the glare. To this day, I still don't have the best lighting, but it does what I needed to do for the time being. And here are the other goodies that came inside. And it's not every day you get bonuses from buying manga. Gotta move this box out of the way, and again, here it is, the manga itself, Monsters We Make, created by CoryxKenshin's, Mikhail Gong, and Maggie Shaman. I'm sorry if I butchered those names. Would you survive your first day? For Jabari Booker, acceptance into the world-renowned New Eden Academy promised a path to musical mastery and, more importantly, financial freedom for his family in a post-Eternal Night world. But on his first day, that dream crumbles into a nightmare. Jabari learns the academy is a front for enlisting students to fight a deadly war. Now trapped, he is forced to battle monstrous beings known only as Leakers, whose origin and purpose remain a mystery. As Jabari descends deeper into darkness, he realizes terror awaits him. With new allies, Jabari must confront not only the bloodthirsty Leakers, but also the corruption festering in his new city, all under the watchful eyes of Sanada. That is one hell of a plot summary for this manga. We also got this nice thank you note, so I'll read that too. To the greatest community on the planet, I just wanted to personally thank you, yes, you who purchased this manga. Thank you for encouraging me, thank you for supporting me, and thank you for believing in me. This project has been eating away at me for the past nearly 2 years now, but knowing you would be there at the end to support it helped every step of the way. There is no CoryxKenshin without the samurai community. That said, welcome to the universe of Monsters We Make. Sanada sends their regards. CoryxKenshin. So yeah, a nice thank you letter for the fans that have purchased this book and that has been with the samurai community for who knows how long. I haven't been the longest fan of CoryxKenshin, but I've seen a couple of his videos, and honestly they are quite entertaining, and he seems to be a pretty cool, chill guy. And here are the stickers. We have a Monsters We Make sticker as well as a Sanada sticker. Definitely going to keep these in a safe location as well as the thank you note. Now, a while ago I did a video talking about if you need to be Japanese/be in Japan to make manga, and it mainly centered around Cory's Monsters We Make and other non-Japanese people or non-citizens of Japan that have made their own version of manga. And I'm sort of going to use this video as a proverbial part 2 to that. Now I'll give Monsters We Make this. From the jump, it is written in the Japanese manga format, from right to left. There are some manga or manga-inspired comics that do have the art style, but not the format. And on the inside, we have a thank you letter again. It's him this time crediting his entire team and shouting out his inspiration, Akira Toriyama. Honestly, anyone that's making manga now more than likely has been inspired by Dragon Ball Z. And I will say, something that Monsters We Make that is very comic book-like is crediting everyone that had a hand in creating the overall manga. Usually manga artists have assistants that help with things like inking, doing backgrounds, etc, etc, but only one person's name will be on the cover of that manga, and two if the writer and the artist are different people. But we are crediting the other artists that may have worked on the manga, as well as the letterer and even the editors as well. From here on out, I will only be flipping through certain pages here and there and talking about interesting points. I don't want to do a straight up flip through since I do want people to go out and buy this to show their support instead of watching this video and having it all out here for free. One thing that is for sure though is that this is without a doubt an anime art style. Things like the eyes, nose, mouth, head shape, and general proportions are very anime. The pacing is also very much like how a manga is paced, and I know I'm not really explaining this in the most articulate way, but if you dabbled in the medium long enough, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like in this scene where the main character is getting saved by this guy, and then he proceeds to throw him. I know like 10 other characters in manga that would so do this. And another thing, when it comes to panel compositions that occur a lot in manga, is the eye close-up shot. You know, just a panel that shows the pure emotion a character is feeling. There's even a moment in which the main character is drawn in a very whimsical chibi art style to show a bit of comic relief. And just a disclaimer, there are some things that may be considered cringe, like the usage of the words like swag or mid, but that's literally indicative of the culture that the story was created in. There are some anime characters that also probably speak very weird in Japan. For example, Databayo in Naruto, or how Frankie from One Piece says super in all of his sentences. Like it or not, there are some Americans that use words like swag and mid as adjectives. Again, this is all within the cultural context in which the story was made. Another trope that's very typical in anime manga is the concept of an initial group squad. An easy example is JoJo. There's usually an initial cast of 5 characters that the main character goes through the rest of the journey. I won't look through any more of the pages and monsters we make since I do want you guys to go and buy this, but now let's compare it to these 2 other comics, graphic novels, manga, or whatever you guys want to call them. We have Apple Black and Exogenesis. All 3 of them are made by black people, and all 3 of them have art styles that are very influenced by the anime art style. One day I do want to eventually collect Radiant so I can show that off, but that'll be a different time and a different video. And after comparing these 3 manga, I can honestly see why people would rather these just be called comics, but at the same time, with how they look, I can see why people would want to call them manga as well. And in the end, it doesn't even really matter what we call these books of visual sequential storytelling, but I will say that Monsters We Make and Radiant does go the extra length in being made from right to left. But again, if being in Japan is most important for it to be called manga, then go ahead and you could use that as a reference of what is manga or not. Me, for personal reasons, I am pretty sure I'm going to continue calling this a manga, and we could all agree to disagree, but that is my sort of final stance on this take. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I've been away for I think a month by now by the time I upload this video, or even 2 months, I don't remember. But if you got to this point, thank you so much for watching this video. I am working on the next artist analysis and some video essays in between, and if you guys didn't know, I'm doing a lot of shorts, and that's mainly because I made a TikTok. So if you want to, you can follow me on my TikTok, my Twitter, my Twitch, and my Instagram. And if you want, you can also support me on my Patron. And if you want, you can also subscribe, like the video, comments, and all those things that I like to see. Again, sorry for being gone for so long, things have been busy, but again, I am working on those next videos. Again, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.